Hello everyone. In this video, we will learn how to make dependent drop-down list. So what I mean by dependent drop-down list is, see, here is a table which has city's name and country name. So there are 10 countries. Each country have 5 cities. And here is a table wherein if I select the country name accordingly, this cell's drop-down will change. Like here India, there are 5 cities of India like this. Here if I change to Japan, you will see Japan's 5 cities name. So how to create this interactive drop down list? So there are 3 prerequisites of this video. For this, you will have to have an idea of name ranges, data validation and the indirect formula. If you don't know, don't worry. I'll be explaining you guys. So let's make it from scratch. So let's make a new sheet by pressing Ctrl N. So we are in a new sheet. Let me just copy this raw data and paste just these values. Otherwise, if I copy the formatting and everything, the name ranges will also be copied. But I want to show you how I made the name range. So I'll just copy the values. I'll just increase the size of row and columns. Let's do some formatting. Now I'll just create the drop down things, country, and rename it city. So in these two cells, I have to create a list. The first one here, I have to create the country list. So to create the country list, I have to go to data validation and create a list from here. So what is the source of the list? Let me just minimize it. This is the range of the list I want. I'll just maximize it again and press OK. So this was easy. You can select anything here. You can change the format of these two cells also, and the borders also. Now it looks fine. You can change anything. Okay, so this was easy. So now comes the part of name ranges. So if you see, we can group a set of cells and name it accordingly. Like here, for example, if I want to name this 5 cities, I can name this range by selecting the range of cells I want and renaming it here. So the naming convention is the best if you use it as headings. So in this case, the heading is the country name, which is United States in this case. So I'll just write United, and there is a space, so I have to use underscore here, otherwise it will not be saved. Okay. Similarly, I can just select this and rename it to China. So in this way, we can range all countries name till here. But there's a shortcut. Let me just select the whole range, and there's a shortcut for it. Press Ctrl Shift F3 on your keyboard. You will get this pop-up. Now what it says is create names from values in the. So that basically means where is your header or the country name in this case. So the country name is in the left column. On the basis of the left column cells only, we are naming the whole range. Let's deselect the top row. Let the left column be selected and press OK. Now if you see, if I select, let's say Russia, you see it's named as Russia, these 5 cells. Let's say if I want to see Brazil, yeah, Brazil is also named. So this is also done. So the name range part is over. Now let's come back to data validation over here. So guys, this part of data validation is over, but in this cell another drop down has to be made. So this one in particular is the dependent drop down list. This is dependent on this cell. Based on this value, this list will change. So let's create data. So So let's create another. So let's create the drop down list. Let's go to the data table, data validation. Here, you have to select list again. Now, what is the source? It says here we will use the indirect formula is equal to indirect indirect, and this is H4. So you have to put H4 here. Press OK. So you can see there's a drop down, and here as India is selected in the country, you are getting India's 5 cities name. Okay. Let's try to change this. Let's say Germany. Now you are getting 5 cities of Germany. One more. Let's say Japan or Russia maybe. So you are getting any 5 cities of Russia based on this table. So what is the use of this indirect formula? So indirect formula basically tells you कि don't look at the value of this cell. Instead, look what is inside this value of the cell. That means if another reference of this cell has been made anywhere, and in this case, the reference is this name range. So you see the name range has also named Russia. So it's referring indirectly to that name range. That's why the indirect formula have been used here. And in this way, you can make a pretty good looking interactive dependent drop down list. And with the help of other formulas like VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, or index and match, you can make your data more presentable. That's all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any other suggestions, please let me know in the comment box. I will surely make the video and try to post it soon. Thanks guys. Signing off.